First up, Apex2, Team Associated. Please, for the love of God, Team Associated, would you continue making parts for a platform and just keep making it for a while? Please?
Especially when it's not your race brand. It doesn't have to be up to date, which is not. Just make the parts.
Right? Exactly. So
Looks cool.
It does look cool. I'm looking at it. It is actually a licensed Hoonicorn body or Hoonigan body, whatever you want to call it. You know, the Apex2, I had one of the Apex ones. It was pretty quick. It is only a brush motor in it. It's a 550 can, 3-turn or 3-slot 15-turn, I believe. Yeah.
There it is.
So 550. So it's going to be a little bit slower than the Traxxas 12-turn, but about the same size. Like the barrel is going to be about the same size. Metal diff gears, which is a nice add to it, right?
Yeah.
So there should be some durability there. Composite plastics in all the housings and everything. Center shaft drive, coilover, threaded adjustable shock bodies with some adjustments to them. Simulated disc brakes.
Simulated adjustable arms.
What's that?
Simulated adjustable arms.
Simulated adjustable arms, right? What's up with that? And then I also released now an all-metal diff for the DR10. So it fits the DR10, the Pro SC10, the RB10, the SR10, and the Trophy Rat. So basically all the ones that are on that platform.
Everything based on the old platform.
Yeah. And then Redcat, you want to bling, bling, bling your new lowrider? They came out with the new wheels in chrome and gold. So you got all your spokes in there. And so these are made to fit on top of the rim.
Oh, geez.
These inserts and stuff. And then I believe this is the centerpiece here for the main rim. But it's just all the different. Yeah. So like this piece, try to show you here. So if you take the stock rim and you add all of these pieces to the center, so you can see the top left corner, that corner, up in that corner there, those are the main rims. And then all the other pieces are inserts that fit in on top of them. Right?
Cool.
So they did those in a gold and a chrome. Looks pretty cool. And then apparently, I guess all the boys were getting upset because their super expensive 64 Impala only had one servo on the front that would work, right? Because the original lowrider only had the one Altros. It's a super fast 300 reef servo, and it's fast. Like it moves faster than my finger moves. And yeah, but then they came out with this new version that they just released here, just before Christmas?
Yeah.
With the Monte Carlo, which now gives you a servo on each wheel. So this one, the old one, had 2 servos in the rear and 1 in the front, which worked on the front and did your hop with 1 servo. This takes it out. So now you can do a servo for each wheel on the front. So now you get your 4 wheels all having independent.
You did 1 wheel.
Servo is not included. Yeah, so you can do your wheelie riding. So the servo is not included. This just gives you all the mounting hardware to add another servo. So SCX6 people, a lot of talk about these airless tires, right? So Three Brothers RC came out with an airless foam, or whatever you want to call it. It's an insert for the SCX6 tires. I don't know how good it's going to work. That I know those tend to be a little stiffer, but being stiffer, they might not be that bad because that truck is really heavy.
But there's like a 2-stage on that one.
It almost looks like a 2-stage, but it's
actually 2 different materials on it.
Yeah, there's the black outer, which is like a rubbery. They're all 3D printed basically. So
yeah.
And then however they make the what the hell are they called? Not polygons, but the different geometric designs they put inside there, the size of those and the number of sides on those will also change how stiff it is, right? So this is from XRAY. So if you want a widening kit for your XRAY X4, here you go. You now have a widening kit for your XRAY X4 because everybody wants to be wider.
I think that's actually narrower.
Is it?
Minus
No,
0.5
offset.
mil.
Medium grip, widener, -5. You're right. You're right. Okay. -5. I read that wrong. So it's not wider, it's narrower. So you can traction roll even more. There you
That's
go.
more meant for the European tracks where they run on low grip surfaces or outdoor.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Anyways, so that's their new thing. And then here's the Mon-Tec, which we were talking about earlier in the show, but not on this. Mon-Tec's F1 2022 series version of the F1 wings. I mean, at least somebody's doing something.
At least somebody's doing something.
They're not.
It looks stubby there. It's like, yeah.
They're just not. They're not quite right, but they're
longer,
closer than the other ones were.
more elegant.
I do notice on these there is no mount in these anymore for your blinky red light to go in the back.
Ooh.
There's no hole. There's no mounting hardware at all for it. They do come with different variations so that you can have different levels of downforce on the front. I don't know. They're showed on an X-ray on here, so I think they're probably going to be a pretty decent little addition, and I'm sure they'll be the most common thing you see pretty quick.
Oh, yeah.
RC4WD Drive has really gotten into this pre-rusting game. Painting bodies and stuff. So they've released the Trailfinder 2 chassis again with the Blazer Rust Bucket Edition. So it's a pre-rusted blue body, and this is RTR. It's pre-rusted blue body, comes with these rims, these tires. Basically what you see is what you get. RC4 Drive Off-Road Customs. This is what it looks like. All the packaging, RTR complete. I only have a small problem with this. Well, actually, I don't have a small problem. I have a big problem with this. One, the rusty body does not look as good as some of the other rusting they've done. It looks very blotched on with a sponge to me. Two, if your body is that rusty, your bumpers are not going to be shiny chrome. I don't care what planet you're on. There's going to be big rust spots on those chrome. And your wheels are not going to be shiny aluminum or billet aluminum or anything. They're going to be washed out, sun faded, oxidized looking junky things. This just there's so much potential. And there's going to be like that off-white, that dirty rust white stain kind of look on the canopy.
Are those fiberglass in real life? So then you get the porous fiberglass, and it's just kind of looks like it's kind of.
So I understand where they're going with this, but you don't release it with all the shiny stuff and a rusted body.
However, I could see a redneck taking this rusty old truck in real life and putting some nice wheels and tires on it.
This is true. But they wouldn't be tires like this. They would be 24s, right?
Yeah.
And they would probably be low profile, and it would be jacked up another scale foot or so. As you can see, the engine compartment is not a scale engine bay. It does open. Back box opens just like the Blazer always has. But, this picture is the one that got me the most when I first saw it. I looked at it and I'm like, man, look at that. Those bumpers are so shiny, you actually have to put on some sunglasses to look at that picture. And yeah, and there'd be a busted out rear window too. Like, come on.
But mind you, you take that thing on a trail run once or twice, go for, a little tumble. They're going to look like the part.
Yeah. Yeah. So the Trailfinder 24, TF24, whatever you want to call it.
4.
They've now come up with a topper canopy for that little Toyota pickup truck. So it is not see-through windows. Those are stickers. It's basically a white cap with black stickers on it. There's the white cap, and you just add the black stickers to it, and that's that. I guess for the initial look, that's good. I would have expected clear myself, but they didn't do that. So whatever. This company is SOR RC Products. Nobody's really heard of these guys. I don't think they do a lot, but this is actually a functioning retractable awning.
Ooh.
It's 1/10 scale, retracts out. All you're getting is the awning, and there's two little hinge things that help mount it to the side of whatever you're putting it on. So it looks kind of cool.
I can see that going good for all those, meetups when they have all those trail scale stuff going on, scale adventure stuff.
Yeah, totally. So then you've got YOKOMO. Speaking of drifters, dropping cars off or fixing. This is the Yd2 Zx. So what they've done on this one is they've moved the battery tray even further back, more stuff near the rear. It's a kind of a quick change setup for the rear diff. As you can see, the motor is on a high mount position above the battery tray, but still in front of the axle, right? So it's just basically another redesign of all their really good platforms that they come out with. They've always made a good car, and there's so much adjustability on their cars. It's hard to really notice the differences unless you're that good, right? Proline.
Getting skinny.
What do you think this is?
It's gonna be the front wheels. They're gonna be ultra skinny. I zoomed in on the picture and it says 0.7 by whatever.
No.
It's a skinny tire.
No. You're right. It is a small tire. It is a skinny tire. They released that tire last week or the week before. Anyways, it's been out for a bit. But this is their new Nissan Skyline GTR Skyline R35 R35,
the newest edition,
drag car body. And then they also have released, funny because everybody's doing everything for the SCX6 now, right?
Yeah.
So now they're also releasing a SCX6 2.9-inch dual stage foam to go in their Hyrax tires that they released for that said platform. And then last week we already talked about this. You and I talked about this. It was literally released during our last episode of this. So we did another episode the next following morning. This is the F100 no prep on the 22S no prep chassis from Losi. Only thing that changes the body. The rest of it is all the same. It is still, I think, one of my favorite bodies, even though I'm not a Ford guy, but the body, the details, the effort, what they did to this body is just mwah, beautiful.
Yeah, I like it. Like I said before, the front end looks apart on that chassis.
Yeah. Totally.
Most of them need to be skinnier and longer, but that's kind of how that F100 looked, in real life.
Yeah.
It's really stout looking front.
I like it. I think they did a bang up job on it. I like the yellow. The yellow stands out really well, and it makes me kind of gravitate towards it. And I like the fact that it's a bright color, because when you're drag racing down the track, that bright color will be easier to see. It'd be interesting to see what that looks like lit up at night. If somebody put like some underglow underneath that body, or if somebody, because I know they come with the headlights and everything already, so an underglow would be pretty cool in there too. The Traxxas, they released all 4 new colors of their Bronco body, right? The Bronco. Well, now they've released the pre-painted bodies as well. So now if you don't like your yellow or red, you can order one of these bodies. You can expect them to be in and around the 200-ish mark Canadian. Yeah, super expensive. That's what you can expect. Wow. And that's pretty much it for new RC stuff this week. Not a whole lot of stuff. I didn't mention the Axial Bomber. The Axial Bomber is a limited edition 1,000 unit body style, which they already released at King of the Hammers during the races, and they pre-sold a bunch there. And whatever's left is the remaining 1,000. The only thing that's different about it is it's got, what's his name? Collard? No, not Collarson. I can't remember his name now. Anyways, it's got the driver of the original Bomber chassis on there and all the wins that he's done. And it's basically like, it's a commemorative version of it. But the only thing that's different is the body panels. That's it. It's the pre-painted, pre-deckled body panels. That is what you're getting, and you're paying more money for that. And there's only 1,000 of them available. So by the time they're available in Canada, as usual, there won't be any left anyways. So if you really, really, really want one, you're going to have to scour the interwebs and find one for $2,000 off of eBay. Yeah. That's it. That's all the new stuff. Mojave Topper, Scale, YOKOMO, Proline. Yep, that's it. It's kind of a quiet week, except for all the things that got released this morning, which made my evening a little more hectic because I thought I was on top of it, and I wasn't. Thought I had everybody beat, and I was wrong.
Happens.